Neil, you mentioned after the game's release that to justify making a part 2, we had to do something not that the fans would be comfortable with, but something that would match the emotional core we found in the first game, and without that there'd be no reason to do a part 3. Almost a year down the line now, have you found or began looking for that justification at all? How much time have you spent thinking about what might happen next?
I don't know how much I want to reveal. Hallie and I did write an outline for a story that we're not making. But I hope one day can see the light of day that explores a little bit what happens after this game, but we'll see.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
You can't stop this.
So I played you the clip in the beginning, got right to the point from Neil Druckmann himself. I got you. You didn't have to go to listen to a 43-minute podcast about them. And I'm gonna play the full so you don't be like, oh, this is taken out of context. Okay, so it's not in development.
No. Please. Please don't say that.
Like this, what Neil just said is like saying water is wet. Of course they're thinking about making a part 3 long in the future. I'm thinking PS5 end of the life cycle. 2026, 2028. Oh, okay, relax. Look how critically acclaimed this shit is. Look at the unofficial sales. Okay, relax. I have been making content still after The Last of Us, other YouTubers after Last of Us 2. Bro, they dipped, no uploads, all of that mumbo jumbo. Bro, I have been saying, do we need a part 3? Yes. I have been talking about the potential that community's saying, the Europe marker Easter egg ding. If you don't know what I'm talking about, annotation, yeah, speculation and shablamo demo could just be factions 2, could just be, you never know, what? A Europe location has been teased. We don't know if it's it's not my finding. But bro. Okay, we gotta relax. Cause worst case scenario, they won't be able to see it for the light of day. Neil don't get what he said he hope he see it. He hope you see it. You heard what he said. He hopes they're gonna make it, but worst case scenario, the world end. Elon Musk, where is time travel right now? Give us time travel so I can just... And then we at the end of the PS, we got the TLOU3. Anyway. I gotta calm down. We gotta calm down. Everybody, part 3 is ways off, right? If you didn't know, Factions 2, they're currently working on a multiplayer, it's confirmed, and from a credible source, they're working on The Last of Us remake. And then there's a rumor about a new IP. So yeah, I got a video on Naughty Dog's lineup, PS5 lineup, what's official, rumors, credible reports, theories, all of that mumbo jumbo. For now, let's just speculate a little bit more about part 3. Oh my god. Bruh. What do you want to see in a part 3? Deck Gang, the core Deck Gang, brainstorm your comments in the comments down below. I'll read and reply to almost all comments. Give me what do you want to see in part 3? What is your brainstorm outline, right? Do you want part 3 at the end of the PS5 life cycle, or would you want it like PS6, beginning of PS6? Naughty Dog gonna achieve borderline movie CGI graphics on the PS5. I'm calling it right now. Look what Naughty Dog achieved on the fat PS4. On this machinery right here, 2013 hardware. With that being said, here I'm gonna play the full clip. Alright, the full clip from the podcast. Link down below, sources link down below. Here go the question, here go the full answer. Yeah.
How much have you guys been thinking about what some of those alternative paths might be and where she goes from here? Because, well, Neil, you mentioned after the game's release that to justify making a part 2, we had to do something not that the fans would be comfortable with, but something that would match the emotional core we found in the first game, and without that there'd be no reason to do a part 3. Almost a year down the line now, have you found or began looking for that justification at all? How much time have you spent thinking about what might happen next?
quite a bit. You know, when these games take so much to make. You know, this one, been thinking about it for 7 years between when the last game came out and then when this came out. But you know, actively full production, working on it for 4+ years. That you want to make sure you're jazzed by the idea that you have. It feels like it's challenging. It feels. We've now had 2 games that I feel like, you know, speak to something universal as well as telling a very personal story for these characters. That now like with one game, there's no like pattern of what a franchise is. With 2 games now, there's starting to be a pattern, and like now I feel like there's certain structural thematic themes you would have to stick to if you're making a 3rd game. So I would say after we finish kind of like one of our big titles, it's like we take a long time to explore different ideas, whether it's going to be Last of Us 3, whether it's something new, whether there's some old franchise we want to go back to. And then like, we really have to, I like to fully explore all those fully, and then look at like, okay, we have all these ideas in front of us. As a studio, what do we want to commit to? Because that's a huge commitment. It's a huge like monetary, time, passion, talent. So you think about all the opportunity cost that comes to that. And I don't know how much I want to reveal. Hallie and I did write an outline for a story that we're not making. But I hope one day can see the light of day that explores a little bit what happens after this game. But we'll see.
This is the cook the baby one.
Yeah.
That's the one we're like, how do we top Last of Us 2? All right, we can cook babies.
Last of Us 3 should be the final Last of Us. Yes, I would love this series to go on and on, but there should be a trilogy. That should be it. That should be a done deal. Now, for me, I have a huge theory about, you know, WSO getting in the mix. Make it bigger, grander, better. We have the Las Vegas horde thing. I talk about that, something written in Ellie's journal, something that has been foreshadowed in part 2. Listen, the technical capabilities. We know that they wanted more open world in Last of Us Part 2, but they said, nah, I'm gonna make the Last of Us 3 more open world. This is your time to go bigger, better. I'm not talking like really, but you know, yeah. I will be getting into more and more Last of Us 3 theories. Got a collab on the way on that. Joel Miller once said, no matter what, you keep finding something to fight for. Ellie gotta find something to fight for. If they do a vaccine cure thing, I do not think that's gonna save the world at all. It'll be politicized by the fireflies, of course. Not everybody gonna get access to the vaccine and shit like that. And it could be used as you feel me? You don't fuck with the fireflies. We don't fuck with you. You don't get a vaccine. And it could look like an oppressive thing they did. I think it's gonna be a bittersweet ending to this franchise if they do. Of course, from a financial incentive, business incentive. But Last of Us 2, according to unofficial sales, it's been doing pretty decent, pretty good still in 2021. It is very critically acclaimed. It is woo! Alright. And from the Days Gone rumors, credible reports, Days Gone 2 not getting a sequel, you know, due to the critical reception, even though it's sold pretty decent. Due to the critical reception, there's some fuss going on about that, yeah. But with that being said, man, like I said, of course, this is like saying water is wet. Of course, you know, like air, you need air to breathe, the sky is blue. Bruh, of course they're working on, like, that ending, of course they're working on what could happen after that. Of course they're talking about, yeah, brainstorming and stuff like that. So we now know, it is confirmed, they have, oh, pardon me. They have the outline lined up. Like the plot, story, outline, it's confirmed. Nothing is close to being in development and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Written in yeah. But we shall see. Thank you for watching the video. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you have a Last of Us 3 theory that you want me to discuss, I'll gladly give you credit. Feel free to comment down below and I'll showcase your comment and give you username With that being said, thank you for the Holy shit. To the core deck gang, the people that didn't dip on me, the people that stay loyal. I need y'all to help this channel out with a like if you enjoy what you see. Maybe share with a friend and tell them to share with a friend. Oh, imagine if that shit get canceled. I'm gonna be so sad.